Admission open, admission open. Apollo Academy, 11 Science and 12 Science. Subjects offered: Physics, Chemistry, Biology, Mathematics, English, Meitei Mayik, Home Science. Class commencement from 9 May 2022. Form issue from 25th April 2022. Address: Kwakaithel Bazaar near Amuko office. Please contact 825-801-3846. Apollo Academy Common Universities Entrance Test CUET 2022. Class commencement 9 May 2022. Eligibility 12 pass or appearing. Available hostel seats for boys and girls of schoolgoers. First, the top news headlines. MPCC slams Chief Minister N. Birren's remark on recovering poll expenses from companies, says legislature are projected as interested in earning money. Despite shortages of nurses, a role of nurses at RIAMEI hospital is laudable, says Medical Superintendent of RIAMEI, Dr. Sanjeev Nepram. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the Mami TV English News Bulletin. I'm ALBINA RIAMEI. Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC has slammed Chief Minister N. Birren for his remark on earning money from companies by 15 to 17% rather than trying to make money from the people to recover the poll expenses. The remark makes it clear that BJP spent a huge amount of money on the election, has made the people believe that the legislators are into money-making business. Addressing a press conference held at Congress Bhavan, BT Road today, General Secretary of MPCC, P. Sarat Chandra said the remark made by Chief Minister N. Birren at a public forum about spending in terms of crore of rupees in the election is an indication that BJP has spent a huge amount of money to win the election. According to the ECI's guidelines, a candidate cannot spend more than 28 lakh rupees as election expenditure or the candidate will be disqualified. But it is clear from the Chief Minister's remarks that BJP MLAs have defied the guidelines of the ECI. Hence, they should be disqualified for violating the guidelines, he said. DGP of Manipur ought to register an FIR under corruption charges against them. If not, they will take up necessary procedures to take legal actions against them at the Supreme Court. As for recovering poll expenses from companies, 5 Congress MLAs will not accept it, Sarat Chandra asserted.
Corruption tore, vote paisa pire, samai tawdana paisa mayam khujing oire haidana. Phongna haibung amabunina. It is corruption chor. Masi chap sana corruption tore haibagi. Praman approve tawrabanina. Manipur ki police sing maruena higher authority de leiriba DGP na. FIR launch tawbigadabani. Makhoida tawbiyaba action lokhat bigadabani. Amadi disqualify tawnabidamakta plan tawbigadabani. Karigumbada Manipur police ki side tagi tawbiyagdaba taragadi MPCC ki side tagi chu. Ekoi mari leinaba Supreme Court ki lawyer sing tanaraga. Expenditure hena tawkiba lana paisa siznakiba expenditure se more than 20 lakhs hen gibajina marmoiraga ekoi disqualified tawnugi damakta matik chaba legal action lokhat chagani amadi court ki khuthangda ekoi tawiyaba tawnugi damakta ekoi Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee ki maikai degi sem sadna lei.
Medical Superintendent of RIAMEI, Dr. Sanjeev Nepram has said, despite shortages of nurses, the role of nurses at the RIAMEI hospital is laudable. Nurses are the backbone of RIAMEI, he added. He said this during the launching program of International Nurses Week on the RIAMEI premises today. The event was organized by RIAMEI Nurses Association. The week was held under the theme, Our Hospital, Our Environment. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Sanjeev said the responsibility being taken up by the nurses at the hospital for the the patients is laudable. Adding that they are taking these responsibilities under many challenges, he said, the nurses are the vital part of RIAMEI's success. The theme, our hospital, our environment, suits the hospital as good health is related to good environment. Dr. Sanjeev expressed confidence that contribution of the nurses will bring development to the hospital.
Malimda leriba nurse pumnamak amasung especially ekoi RIMS thabak tawbiriba nursing bu yam thagani kaigino da makoina work tawriba environment se aduk matik strain leiba kaigino da mi masung na watpa thabak na yamba asikumba kanosi da RIMS sing thakta pukhalakpa se pura puri makoi RIMS hospital gi backbone di RIMS ki nurses sing le masida ekoi hospital gi site gi amasung RIMS ki medical superintendent namoina makoi da doses mayamon pizari.
Nursing Superintendent of RIAMEI S.H. Lata said, keeping the RIAMEI campus neat and clean is our responsibility, and cleaning drive was organized as part of the International Nurses Week. The nurses of the hospital were not able to organize cleanliness program at the hospital due to the pandemic. However, they are organizing the week-long social service at the hospital as part of International Nurses Day to be held on May 12. Commemorating the birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale, she said,
hospital se manung amadi mapanji yamna na gamdi adu ko so ko singi site gi angam bakhara contribution si tawra hospital si na na tamna pandam da si ko se pangduk sa bani ko gi covid 19 na maram ngai dana sahi ani mu se yam pun ya da ko kan ta to ngo mo da ko gi 12 me da gi na ses de ko gi nursing gi Florence Nightingale gi birth anniversary Pangtok ko ngoi da ba ko jibli ho ji da ko focus ta na ta ma da pangtok ko da tan mo ga na ta na ba na ko na se gi no 7% ni program sa ko na pangtok sa ba.
As part of war on drugs under the supervision of Chief Minister N. Biren, a joint team of 36 Assam Rifles and Kaching Commando arrested heroin powder from 2 separate places. According to police reports, a team of Kaching Police Commando conducted a frisking checking in Wangzing area near YK College. The team arrested an individual identified as Muhammad Anish, age 20, of Sora Makhalekai, Kaching district. The team recovered 5 soap cases containing heroin powder. The arrested person, along with the seized items, has been handed over to Thobal police station for further legal action. On the other hand, 36 Assam Rifles arrested person Manglian Siam Piampu, age 22, son of Chinswan Kap of Swangpu village in Singhat subdivision. The team seized 25 soap cases containing suspected contraband heroin powder and cash of 1,720 rupees from his possession. The arrested person, along with the seized items, were handed over to Churachandpur police station. The Director of Transport Department, Dr. Nivedita L., has said in order to spread awareness about road safety to the people, Transport Department has put up signboards at different places. She said this while attending a blood donation camp held in connection with the occasion of World Red Cross Day at the Blood Bank and Transfusion Unit of Jenims today. The camp was organized by the Indian Red Cross Society, Imphal East District Branch. The camp was organized under the theme Be Humankind. Speaking on the occasion, Nivedita said, to avoid road accident, one must be very careful while driving. She praised the Red Cross Society for organizing the blood donation camp to meet the blood shortage during emergencies. She suggested to the IRCS to make a film on road safety which will enlighten the people. Nivedita promised to extend support to the IRCS and appeal to the concerned authority to look into the shortcomings faced by the IRCS. As part of the World Red Cross Day, members of the Indian Red Cross Society and many people donated blood during the blood donation camp. As part of month-long Mahosa Imaning Singtha organized by Royal Riders Manipur, they planted 3 saplings at the surrounding areas of its offices today. Director General of Police of Manipur P. Dongal kicked off the plantation and officials of Forest Range took part in the plantation. Speaking on the occasion, DGP P. Dongal lauded the efforts of Royal Riders Manipur for their initiative to save the environment. Everyone must take up such steps for the environment and plant more trees.
Secondly, this environment this minor interest level say It's a very wonderful initiative, and not only initiative, it is a wonderful, very good work which is to be emulated by all the others. They also copied already. Ekoi matam jadi fencing sule devane angangsing ori ida some botang Vegas mina chau to the one appreciate because the sida sulona problem havane unless you care it will not grow like this. Just how do the load devane. So I'm very happy that things being continued. And finally, I'm also very, again, I thank you for calling me here today. And
An interaction program between Superintendent of Police of Imphal East District M. Pradeep and children were held today at Wangkai Ayangpali, organized by Children's Personality Development Training Center. Talking about the interaction program, training coordinator of the training center, Hidam Basu, said the center organizes interaction programs every Sunday to boost children development skills. Parents must be aware that besides education, a child needs to learn other skills. Hence, the training center provides knowledge to the children which are not available in schools.
Ngang oringai di horaga English ngang ba Hindi ngang ngang oringai di horaga English ngang ba Hindi ngang ba ani sida main ona tawraga expert kaya ma kauzaraga Sunday khakta da Wangkai ayang place da best environment bu orangani haitare adgi mat angang sing da mate sana ba da nuai hale TV thambire computer thambire lots of experience yama ma thambire mafam chan ai khoi center sida 8 years ai khoi na khona jar livani ai khoi na mateng kaya su lojaki te seng haraga di oja sing asin ngamjaba voluntary work tawjar khini for the welfare of children haita all over Manipur including the poor people haitare ina khoi ma khakti na tawida laira ba kaya ma yaholaga phinung yamna support
SP of Imphal East District M. Pradeep expressed happiness for being able to interact with the children. Talent shows by the children of the training center were the highlight of the program.
I think there will be some young boys and girls. Maybe I'll get an opportunity to speak about some motivation. Just like some of them are just like my daughters only. I interacted with them, and these girls, young boys and girls, are full of energy, and then they're curious, confident. So I think it's a good program.
Imphal West District Police raided a spa center and a hotel operated at the heart of this Imphal city. Police detained some individuals for verification during a raid at a spa center, Chimairong. Police also detained some 8 female and 9 male along with the managers of the illegal spa centers during the raid. Managers of some hotels were also detained for operating the hotels without proper registration. The hotel's managers threatened the police and tried to use their influence. Superintendent of Police Imphal West District KSH Shivakanta, Additional Superintendent of Police of Crime Against Women Ngasek Pamratana, OC of Imphal West Women Police Station Ayang Leima, and OC of Lamphel Police Station Kogan took part on the raid.
ISBT area sida koi information khara fangbadagi tabda adum tukat cheninga ba mongda pim singi organize oiba dugumba pot khara lai haiba koi information ma fangbadagi women officer sing yauraga koi chingna mafam khara dare chachabani adu sigi chachaba matam sida namna keno oiba haitare koi yamna yengbada mong maril tadaba adumba adum khara thengnaba sing koi na hoji khara amasu dum verify tawno pick up tawjare aduga haiba area sing sida immoral oiba mongda without any proper license IMC gi license out the bida proper document out the bida koi chalaiba mong maril tada dum pot phe thengnai parlor ni haigasu mapandana parlor manba adu manung ga changaga na khoi gi yamna mai amamba halaga individual gumba mong tada ba sing khara thengnabadagi koi ngasi gi khara lokachai.
Pushing for the adoption of technology in delivering formal education, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said a hybrid system of online and offline learning should be developed to avoid overexposure to technology in school-going children. While chairing a high-level meeting to review the progress in the implementation of the National Education Policy and EP 2020, he said that in the 2 years since its launch, the new policy has seen many initiatives being enrolled to achieve the objectives of access, equity, inclusivity and quality as laid down under the policy. Prime Minister was also informed that the guidelines for multiple entry-exit for flexibility and lifelong learning, along with the launch academic bank of credit on DigiLocker platform, will now make it possible for students to study as per their convenience and choice. In the meeting, the Prime Minister suggested that secondary schools with science labs should engage with farmers in their area for soil testing to create awareness of soil health. He also suggested that regular health checkups and screening for children in schools should be carried out with the help of technology. Stress is being paid to multilingualism in education and testing to ensure that lack of knowledge of English does not impede the educational attainment of any student, the meeting observed. The databases maintained by Anganwadi centers should be seamlessly integrated with the school databases as children move from Anganwadis to schools, the Prime Minister said. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi today stepped up his attack on the government over the heightened price of domestic LPG cylinder and said only his party governs for the welfare of poor and middle-class families. Cooking gas LPG prices were on Saturday hiked by 50 rupees per cylinder and the second increase in rates in just over 6 weeks following the firming of international energy rates. In a tweet, Mr. Gandhi compared the price of domestic LPG cylinder of about 410 rupees with a subsidy of 827 rupees in 2014 under a Congress-led government to that of over 999 rupees with zero subsidy in 2022 under the BJP-led centre. He further said that only Congress governs for the welfare of poor and middle-class Indian families, adding that it's the core of the economic policy. After the hike on Saturday, Mr. Gandhi had said millions of Indian households are waging a difficult battle against extreme inflation, unemployment and poor governance. 13 militants of the All Adivasi National Liberation Army ANLA ANLA surrendered before the security forces today in Assam Karbi Anglong district, a police officer said. They deposited a cache of arms and ammunition, including automatic rifles, he said. Top officers of the Assam Police, CRPF and Assam Rifles were present at the surrender program in Bokazan Police Station, he said. The militants laid down 4 AK series rifles, 4 pistols, 1 revolver and several rounds of ammunition, the officer said. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said the state continued its peace march with the surrender of the militants. Mention may be made that the ANLA is currently in peace talks with the government. Britain said it would provide a further £1.3 billion in military support and aid to Ukraine, making the pledge ahead of a planned video call on Sunday by a group of 7 leaders with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Prime Minister Johnson has been one of the strongest supporters of Ukraine's efforts to resist Russian forces since Russian President Vladimir Putin launched the invasion on February 24. Johnson's government has sent anti-tank missiles, air defense systems and other weapons to Ukraine. The new pledge almost doubles Britain's previous spending commitments on Ukraine, and the government said this is the highest rate of spending on a conflict since the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, although it did not give details of this calculation. Putin's brutal attack is not only causing untold devastation in Ukraine, it is also threatening peace and security across Europe, Johnson said in a statement. 2 people have been killed in the Russian bombing of a school in the Ukrainian village of Bilohorivka today, and 60 who remained under debris are feared that Serhiy Gadai, governor of the Luhansk region, said. Gadai said Russia dropped a bomb on Saturday afternoon on the school where about 90 people were sheltering. 30 people have been rescued, 7 of them were injured, Gadai said. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. MPCC slams Chief Minister N. Biren's remark on recovering poll expenses from companies, says legislators are projected as interested in earning money. Despite shortages of nurses, role of nurses at RIAMEI Hospital is laudable, says Medical Superintendent of RIAMEI, Dr. Sanjeev Nepram. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.